All right, it is noon. Thanks for hanging out with me for the first couple minutes, and welcome, 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 welcome. This is Manifestation Through Alignment, and I am Carrie O'Ray, an alignment expert. And I'm going to get us started with these slides. Okay, so again, you're here in the right place, manifestation through alignment. And this is for you. If you have been feeling overwhelmed with so much on your plate, so much to do, that you actually end up not doing anything at all because you're stuck in this place of fear and resistance and overwhelm. And you're finding that if you are taking action, you're taking lots of random actions that don't actually get you closer to having more clients or selling more. You're aware about alignment. You know about the law of attraction. You're a conscious, mindful person, but yet you're finding that you're not really doing what's necessary to move you forward. And you're consistently finding at the end of the day that you haven't made any actual progress. I want to be the one to tell you this is very common. You're not the only person experiencing this, and there's nothing wrong with you. This is the way that we are. We keep ourselves small in order to keep ourselves safe. So our body is going into survival mode consistently, and it even thinks that taking things out of our comfort zone is actually something that is, going to provide us harm, and it's not. So it's not your fault. This is the way that we are designed. And please put in the comments if this is something that you can resonate with, that you've had this experience of like knowing what you need to do, but not actually doing it because you're just in this like kind of fight or flight stuck mode a lot of the time. And not only is this very common, but I know the feeling all too well. I was in the space of floating in the abyss, is the way that Letitia described it. And that's how I felt. I'm a generator in human design, and so I like to wait until things are in flow and things come naturally. And of course, it's wonderful to work within our design, and that's an awesome tactic. But at the same time, we need to be consistently taking aligned action in order to really create our businesses. So I was in this place where I would talk about my business sometimes. I would post about my business when I felt about it, when I felt I wanted to, when it felt exciting to, but really a lot of the time I was wasting my time. I was doing small things, updating my website, also doing a lot of things that were important to do, but they weren't my business. My business was always coming last on my list of things to do. I was taking care of all of the other things first. Like I'd sit down to work on my business and be like, I really actually am kind of hungry and I should go and make a snack. Or maybe I should go and like make those Amazon returns at UPS. And always thinking of like all these other things that needed to happen because I literally was in a place of resistance, fear, and overwhelm when it came to my business. And so I very, very much know how that feels. And it was learning about the law of attraction and alignment many years ago. And then actually at New Year's Eve 2019 going into 2020, I always choose a word of the year. And I was with 3 of my dear soul sisters, and we did a whole ritual and ceremony. And the word that really came through for me was alignment. So that was just, almost 2 years ago now, but not that long ago. And for a long time, I had understood that alignment was important, and it made sense to me, but honestly, I didn't practically know how to do it. but something clicked for me that year. Having chosen that as my word of the year and my focus of the year was a beautiful intention. And out of that came the realization and the intuition that this is what the direction I should be moving in my coaching, is really supporting people and practically using alignment. Because when you use alignment, it's like a foolproof way to manifest and create what it is that you desire. So it was when it all clicked into place for me that I was able to actually start embodying it and practicing it with every breath that I took. And that's when things started to be created. And I started seeing huge results in my business, and also creating wonderful results for my clients, which, you know, all of you entrepreneurs out there, I know that that's your intention, is to be a contribution to the people that you work with. So it was when I really got the practicality of it. And then I realized what I needed to do was to create a formula so that it would be an easy thing for people, for anybody to do, as long as they followed the formula. So you guys know alignment is happening all the time. It's not like, oh, I'm in alignment now and now I'm not in alignment. You're always in alignment with what you've created. And if you want to know what you've been aligning in, you want to look at your current reality or look at your results, and that will show you what you have been aligning in. So alignment is happening all the time. And once you know how to align on purpose, that's the key, my friends, is aligning on purpose. That's when the whole world will unfold at your feet. So that is why I created the manifestation through alignment formula, and I embodied it with my entire being. So I was a nurse for 15 years, and I've also been a certified life coach for 8 years. I have 4 different certifications, from nutrition and holistic health to biohacking and bulletproof to energetic self-mastery, and now rapid resolution therapy. So it's a very holistic approach that I come to, and it was the key to unlocking everything was this, having a formula that I could follow step by step. And that is what had me starting to see beautiful results in my business. So it was once I started really being consistent with my alignment that these are some of the results. I completed my website. I actually have it right here to show you guys. This was like this work in progress that I kept, resisting. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what copy to do. But when I actually sat down and got my energy aligned and tuned into my inner voice, then the copy just came out with total ease. And I'm really happy with it. All right. This is actually my old website. I updated it yesterday. So there you go. That is an example of a result that was created. Then I also have 4 times my business, having 4 times as many clients. I was guided to rapid resolution therapy. That was also due to alignment and following this formula, because what I realized was I was supporting people in aligning with their dream lives and creating a result of 10 out of 10 in all the 8 major areas of their lives. But when there was subconscious trauma in the background, often that is developed in a very young age. And it doesn't always have to be a big traumatic event. Sometimes it can be a series of smaller traumatic events that can really be what's holding you back. And so often these things are subconscious. So I really needed a tool to be able to support my clients in releasing this trauma. And I was guided to rapid resolution therapy. and that was all through intuition and alignment. And so that is the newest thing that I've added to my practice, is being able to facilitate these rapid resolution therapy sessions. And that has been incredibly life-changing for my clients as well as for myself. So I'm so grateful that that was one of the results of aligning my energy. And then I also started my membership program. It's called the Aligned Life Tribe. It's a group of like-minded people consistently and consciously aligning their energy with what they want to create. And I really wanted to have something available to people that weren't ready to work with me one-on-one, that wanted to work more in a group. I also created my 8-month manifestation through alignment program, as well as I was able to increase my prices due to the demand. So those are some fun things. This is a little image that was created for my membership group, the Aligned Life Tribe. So as you could see, just a lot of creation, a lot of innovation, a lot of things that I had as a desire for a long time actually coming into manifestation, being actualized, being realized into my current reality. And so these, like I said, these were my results. And then of course my clients, once I started applying this formula to my clients' lives, things like stopping taking prescription pain meds for 10 years, shifting over to doing work that is very meaningful for them. Almost every one of my clients ends up making a career change, which is very expansive and more in alignment for them. Ending relationships that are no longer serving. I've had supported multiple clients through that into new relationships. And that was a result of mine as well. I didn't include it here because today we really are focusing on business and entrepreneurship. But for about 4 years, I was wanting to be in a loving romantic partnership. And it was when I really started using the alignment formula that I was able to create the partnership that I'm currently in, which has been, it's completely epic. If you guys end up becoming my Facebook friend, you'll see my partner Brian all over. And that was another beautiful result that came out of aligning my energy on purpose. So today, my intention that I'd love for you to share this intention with me is to show you how to practically use alignment to expand your business and be a bigger contribution on the planet. So if you are in alignment with that intention, please go ahead and drop a yes, drop a hell yes, drop a yes please, drop a hallelujah in the comments. Add your energy, add your alignment, take an action right now to have you aligning in this energy and aligning in this intention of practically learning how to use the alignment formula to expand your business and be a bigger contribution on the planet. So the universe loves action, even if it's something small like an acknowledgement, a gratitude. So you can take an action right now by popping a comment in, just that you're in alignment with this and that yes, you'll have this. Yes, you're aligning in this. All right, so now we are actually going to go into the steps of the formula. So the first step is awareness. Bringing your awareness to what it is that you really want to create. And then also your awareness to what has been subconsciously going on in the background that has been creating your current reality, because you're wanting to outcreate that current reality. So what is it that you truly desire and what has been standing in your way? So this is the first step, and I actually always take my first session with my clients and we look through the 8 major areas of your life and we look at where are you now and what would it take for this area specifically to be a 10 out of 10. And by bringing that awareness to what is currently happening is huge, because by having that awareness, that's what you need in order to be able to change it. Our bodies are still wired the way that we were when we were cavemen, and our bodies want to keep us safe. Our bodies want to keep us comfortable. We are wired for survival. So there's the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And the sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight. And it's often activated in a time where it's really not necessary for it to be activated. It gets activated when there is a perceived threat and not an actual threat. So this is how humans and animals are different. Animals, when there's an actual threat, like say there's a zebra out on the Sahara and it's there with its herd and it's eating grass and it's digesting its food and it's enjoying the sun on its skin, and maybe it's thinking about, oh, I'm probably going to be thirsty soon. That's when the parasympathetic nervous system is being activated. And then say there's a rustle in the bushes and there's a lion there, then the sympathetic nervous system is going to go into play. And when that sympathetic nervous system is in play, that's when you're in fight or flight. And all of that adrenaline is going to be rushed through the body. The legs of the zebra are going to get really strong so that it can hightail out of there. And so sympathetic nervous system takes over and parasympathetic nervous system is dulled. It's no longer working. So when the zebra is focused on getting away from the lion, it's not thinking about when it needs to get water. It's not thinking about digesting its food, right? It's just thinking survival. And then say it runs and it runs and it runs. And luckily for the zebra, it only has to run faster than the slowest zebra, because once the lion catches somebody, it's not going to be chasing it anymore. So once the zebra knows that it's safe, it can start to relax again. It maybe does go and get that drink at the watering hole, and its nervous system can relax, and the parasympathetic system can come back into play and take care of the body in all of those autonomic ways that are very necessary. So if you were to go up to the zebra now drinking water at the water hole, and if you happen to know how to speak zebra, you could say, "Whoa, man, you ran so fast. That was amazing. You got away from that big, scary looking lion." And the zebra would look up at you and say, "What lion?" Because when the threat is not imminent for the zebra, it doesn't exist for the zebra. And if you're a human and you're watching us, you know that it's very different for us humans. We actually will have that sympathetic nervous system in play while there's a perceived threat. We're worrying about a deadline. We're irritated that somebody cut us off on the freeway or that we're sitting in traffic. These are not actual threats, but our body perceives it as a threat. And so the sympathetic nervous system is often in overdrive just because of the kinds of lives that we live, as well as due to past trauma. Something could have happened when you were 4 or 5 years old. Someone could have told you that you weren't allowed to get ice cream or something like that, and that could have locked in a trauma that could still be being played out now. So this explanation that I'm explaining to you, this is part of rapid resolution therapy. So I love combining that part along with the rest of all of my coaching tools, because it helps us to bring awareness, and it helps us a lot with this step 1 as well as with step 2, which is the transmutation. So here you see the rapid resolution therapy clearing out that past trauma that is subconsciously or maybe consciously going on. RRT is the most effective thing that I've found in this step 2 of transmutation. If you do, and there's things you can do on your own as well. Of course, this is like a big thing that I really support my clients in, but you can also do transmutation by journaling, inner voice sessions. I know there's a lot of inner voice people in this group. You can also scream. You can go into your car, go into nature somewhere where you're not going to alarm people, and just let that out. And obviously coaching is very helpful. And this transmutation is basically taking what you have become aware of in step one, looking at what are those beliefs, what are those labels, what are those stories, what are those thoughts that have been sabotaging you, and you want to change them from sabotaging to supportive. That's the transmutation. So step three is to practice. So now you've transmuted the beliefs, right? You've transmuted the programming from sabotaging to supportive. So now you have these new supportive beliefs, and then you need to practice them until you get to that place of embodiment. So sometimes this can happen like that. I've seen it happen for my clients. We do one RRT session and it's out. We do one, I do a lot of energy work. So in the sessions we're talking, but there's also a lot of energy shifting and moving. So sometimes I've even had, it take 20 minutes. One of my clients, it was so funny. She told me on the following session, she's like, when you were doing all of that stuff and you were clearing the energy, I thought you were crazy, because I've been working for 6 years with a therapist to try and clear out this old sexual trauma. And it was in 20 minutes of working with me and doing a little bit of some kookiness, a lot of shifting the energy, and a lot of rapid resolution therapy techniques. But in 20 minutes, because she brought this thing up like 2/3 through her session, but we were able to clear it to the point that when she looked back on this sexual trauma, it's completely neutral. It's not like it didn't happen. It still happened. It's just no longer triggering and no longer having a negative impact in her life. So that's the transmutation, is taking that thing that has been stuck and locked, and we're going to transmute it so that it's now going to be something that supports you. And when you're developing these new supportive beliefs, you want to make sure they are authentic. It has to be a true belief. It has to be a true thought. And in order for it to be authentic, you need to look for evidence. So these are all like little details that I support my clients with, but even just thinking about it, you want to make sure that you have evidence for this new belief, because if it's not a true belief, it's really not going to actually support you, right? You can sit there and say, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. But if you're not a millionaire, it's actually doing more damage, because it's like you're lying to yourself, and then your body cannot trust your thoughts, right? Instead, you want to say, I am abundant. I have a warm shower whenever I want it. I have food on my table. I have a car that will drive me wherever I want to go. I have friends. I have family. I am so abundant. I have more than one pair of shoes to wear. I have places I can go, different places where I can go and feel at home. So you want to look for true things that have you aligning in that energy of abundance. You don't want to be saying, I'm a millionaire, when you're not, right? So this is going to be your new paradigm. And another really cool thing that you can do is alignment activations. And I actually do these at the beginning of every one of my sessions, where it's similar to a guided meditation, but you choose an energy that you want to experience, and you really fully embody that vibration and completely feel it and activate that energy within you. So there's a variety of things, and certain people will gravitate towards certain things, but for the most time, like using a combination of these is going to support you in practicing your new belief to the point of embodiment. This is very important, because I want all of my clients to get to a point where this is their automatic way of being. So you don't have to think about it. Like after 6-8 months of using this formula and using it on purpose and activating it and getting that support from weekly in our sessions, then it's your automatic way of being, and you're not even going to think those sabotaging thoughts anymore, because you're going to go straight into using supportive beliefs for yourself. So that's the place where I mostly am right now. I'm not really having to go through the formula the way that I did for the first 8 months. I'm at a point now where things are just, it's incredible. But you have to do it on purpose, and you have to practice it at first so that you can strengthen that new neural pathway and have it be your automatic way of being. All right, so step 4 is fun, and it's a step of receiving. This is when you open yourself up to receiving, and when the manifestation is created. So when the manifestation is created, you really want to acknowledge the manifestation and acknowledge yourself for creating the manifestation. You also want to have a lot of gratitude. You don't want to just skip past this, right? You want to like really acknowledge, have gratitude, celebrate it, and then also be open to more being created. So I do this in my membership program every Friday. I know in the holistic business community, we do this every Friday. You look at what did you manifest, because you are manifesting all the time. So you want to put your focus and your attention on those manifestations that created a lot for you and that you got to enjoy. And then by having that gratitude and celebrating and having it as an actual practice is what's going to have you manifesting more and drawing more of this energy into your life. Awesome. So you guys can go ahead and take a snap of this if you want with your, just take a photo of it. And I can also post this. If anybody wants me to post this, the actual formula, I can do so in the comments, but this is all of the steps written out, right? Okay. So as I said before, integration and embodiment is key. Knowledge and understanding is not enough. So I want to let you guys know, because I was stuck in this loop myself for a long time of learning and being thirsty for knowledge. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's so much information out there. There's podcasts, there's workshops, there's these live events, right? And if you're stuck in that space of consuming knowledge and not actually integrating and not actually embodying this work and not actually taking that action, like I started off talking about, it's not going to make an actual difference in your life. You're not going to get to that manifestation stage. You're just going to be stuck in the awareness step, right? Step 1. So I'm really encouraging you guys, if you've noticed this as a pattern for yourself, where you're just consuming information, but then your life isn't actually changing, I'm really encouraging you to take action. Take action. And so I let you guys know that my first session with my clients is usually to do the evaluation of every aspect of your life and get clear on what a 10 out of 10 would be for each area of your life. The other major thing that I do during these sessions is I support you in seeing where you are in that formula, where you're stuck, and what needs to happen. Often people are stuck at the transmutation level, and it is possible, but it's not easy to clear out your own trauma, because so often it's been hidden for so long that having somebody to guide you through that can be incredibly life-changing. So I'm actually offering a free awareness evaluation to everybody that watches this live. You just have to get back to me in the next hour, and I am going to be posting a link to my calendar so that you can go ahead and sign up for this. It's free. It's an hour. I usually charge at least $50, or often this is the first session that my clients have with me. And we're going to see where you're excelling and where you're getting stuck with your alignment. And the target is holistic alignment. That's why we look at all 8 areas of your life. So you're going to book a spot with me in the next hour, because these go really quick. And I just want to make sure that the people that are signing up for them are people that are really ready to put their alignment into action and start manifesting like freaking crazy. And so, like I said, the universe likes action. If this is something that you're interested in, go ahead. I said in the next hour, but I know this is a Saturday, so there might not be too many people on here. So I'm gonna allow 5 spots. That's what I'm gonna do. So take action as soon as you see this. Sign up on my calendar for this totally free assessment, awareness assessment, and we'll start to look at what that trauma is and where you are in each step. And I'm realizing that I'm right on time and it's exactly 12:30. So thank you for aligning your energy with me. Thank you for showing up for yourself. As you work on yourself, that is the exact thing that needs to happen in order to expand the vibration on the planet. So as you work on yourself, as you develop yourself, as you raise your vibration, you are a contribution to the raising of the vibration on the planet. So I really am so grateful for the opportunity to come and talk to this beautiful holistic business community. And I look forward to seeing you in one of those awareness assessments. Mwah. Have a beautiful rest of your day.